hands up.
Hello friends, today we will start the second part of the taxation introduction video, and we will discuss the remaining topics of the chapter which we left remaining in the first video. So let's start now. Let's start with the topic, the rounding off under section 288A, 288B. So when the gross total income, which as I said earlier in the previous video, how to calculate the gross total income. And when we calculate the gross total income, we might get it in a value like something as 620871. So when the form is like this, we have to see whether the last number here is more than 5 or less than 5. If it is more than 5, see, in this case it is 1, which is less than 5. So if it is less than 5, we will take the multiple of 10, which is just before. And if it is greater than 5, we will take the multiple of 10, which is just after. Let me explain it to you. Like here in this case it is 620871. So we will write it as 620870. You can see that I have rounded it off to 70, which from 71 to 70, and made it a multiple of 10. So I have made it a multiple of 10, and in a similar way, when we write it as 620879, see the last number is 9, which is more than 5. So we will write it as 620880. See again 80, which is a multiple of 10. Next comes the second case. In the second case, we see that a decimal value has come in both cases. Now a normal student will do as 210871 and it is 0.99, so he will tell that 217872, and he will say that it is the last digit is 2, so we will round off at 210870, like that. But it is wrong, so we have to do like this. When there is a decimal number, we will try to ignore the decimal. After ignoring the decimal, we will see what is the last number before the decimal. So before the decimal the number is 1, so we will write it as 210870, like this. And if it is 210879.22, we will again ignore the decimal part and we will see the normal part. So it is 210879 and again the last digit is 9, so we will round it off as 210880 in the similar manner. So the rounding off technique is complete. Hope you have understood. Let's move to the next part. In the next part, we will discuss about the computation of tax liability. It's a very important part, so watch it carefully. Computation of tax liability of individuals. So the first part comes as the tax on special income at special rates. Special income and special rates, you know that what is special income. I will say again that the casual income, which is lottery, betting, gambling at 30%. Long-term capital gain under section 112A and the normal one. And the short-term capital gain under section 111. Tax on normal income, which is taxable at slab rates, which is the income under head salary, income under the head house property, and in this we have to add surcharge. I will explain what is surcharge in the next video. And from this we have to less marginal relief. I will also explain what is marginal relief in the next part. And the rebate under section 87. So I will also explain about the rebate in the next part. When we add all of these things up and less marginal relief and rebate, we'll add the normal income and also the surcharge and less the marginal relief and the rebate. So we'll get the tax liability before cess, and we have to add a 4% health and education cess on it. So when we buy food from Swiggy or Zomato, they tell us to donate 1 rupees for the COVID fundraiser. Like that, the government has imposed tax on the health and education on the taxation liability from us. So that it is a government, so it will not ask from us, it will take from us. So 4% health and education cess is taken, and then we get the total tax liability. And the liability is therefore calculated. So we move to the next part. In the next part, we will discuss about the topic of surcharge and marginal relief. The topic of surcharge will have to be paid by those who are super rich. By super rich, I mean those persons whose annual income is more than 50 lakhs. So up to 50 lakhs, you don't have to pay any surcharge. And if your income is more than 50 lakhs but less than 1 crores, you have to pay a surcharge of 10%. Surcharge means a tax which is over and above the normal tax which you pay. So if your income is more than 1 crore but up to 2 crores, you have to pay a surcharge of 15%. And if your income is more than 2 crores but up to 5 crores, then you have to pay a surcharge of 25%. And if your income is more than 5 crores, you have to pay a surcharge of 37%. So surcharge is a tax which is to be paid by super rich people above the normal tax which is paid by the other individuals. Next comes the topic of marginal relief. Marginal relief is given to those people who have given surcharge. For example, if a person's income is increased by 1000 and the tax increases by 1500. So how is it possible? If your income is 1000 and you have to give a tax of 1500. So in this case, the government has introduced a scheme which is known as marginal relief. When the income of the individual marginally exceeds 50 lakhs, 1 crores or 2 crores or 5 crores, the increase in tax amount will be more than the increase in income. Such defect is rectified in the form of marginal relief. So if it is 1000 and it is 1500 tax, suppose the 1000 income has increased and the 1500 tax is also increased. So in this way, you have to pay a more 500 rupees, more 500 as tax. So this will have to be rectified by deducting 500 in the form of marginal relief in the calculation of gross total income. Let's move to the next part. In the next part, we will be discussing example on marginal relief and surcharge. For example, a person's total income is 1 crore 1 lakh. Okay, the person's total income is 1 crore 1 lakh. So let's calculate his total income. For the first 2.5 lakhs, it will be nil, and the next 2.5 lakhs and the next 5 lakhs and above 10. So it's nil, 5, 20, 30. You have to take the calculator. So 2,50,000 into 5%, it's 12,500. This is 1 lakh, and if the value is 10 lakh into 30%, so it's 30. Above 10 lakh. So here it is minus, sorry, 1 lakh minus 10 lakh. So 91 lakhs, 81 lakhs into 30%. It's 273. So we'll add up So it is 2842500. Surcharge will have to be added. The income is more than 1 crore. So the surcharge will be 15%. So 2842500 plus 15%, which is 3268,875 and 2842500 into 15%, which is 426375. This is the tax before marginal relief. So this is the tax before marginal relief. For marginal relief, I have told you here it is 1 crore 1 lakh. So it is 1 lakh above 1 crore. It is 1 lakh above 1 crore, which is marginally in comparison to 1 crore. So you have to calculate tax for 1 crore. So look, I will tell you a short technique for it. You don't have to remember this part. You can directly write it as first 10 lakh, 1 lakh 12,500. This will only apply in case of individuals. Individuals and HUF, I will explain about that to you later. So it is 1,12,500. This will always remain the same for every calculation. So next above 10 lakh. So 1 crore minus 10 lakh, we get 90 lakhs. 90 lakhs 30%. So 90 lakhs 30%, what do we get? 27 lakh. So when we add, we get 28 lakh 12,500. This is the tax before surcharge for 1 crore. You have to add a surcharge plus surcharge. As the income is 1 crore, so we will take a surcharge of 10%. If it is above 1 crore, then we will take a surcharge of 15%. It is 1 crore, so we will take a surcharge of 10%. So 281250. So we will calculate 281250 plus 10%. 3093750. Okay. Tax. You please note these two values, that is 3093750 and 326875 68875. I will write it here. For 1.01 crore, for 1 crore. So it is coming as 32688875 and 3093750. I don't have space, so I will rub it off. You can note these values. You can go back in the video and take screenshot from there. So calculation of marginal relief. See, it is the increase in tax less increase in income. The increase in tax, you can see 32688875 minus 3093750. 3268875 minus 3093750. So it is coming as 175125. And what is the increase in income? Increase in income is 1 crore 1 lakh minus 1 crore. Okay. 1 crore 1 lakh minus 1 crore, which is 1 lakh. So it is 75 125. This value is the marginal relief. Let me tell you one more thing. You can mark it as important. If marginal relief is negative, you have to take nil value. This is because marginal relief is always positive and it cannot be negative. If it is negative, you have to take nil value. In this case, it's positive, so it's okay. We'll take the marginal relief. You note this here, marginal relief. Which is 75125. Let's do the next part. Let's calculate the tax liability on 1 crore 1 lakh. Okay. So for first 2.5 lakhs, next 2.5 lakhs, next 5 lakhs, and the next more than 10 lakhs, which is 91 lakhs in this case. So it's 0 because nil rate tax, and then it's 5%, which is 12,500, and this is 1 lakh, and this is 27 lakh 30,000, which is 28 lakh 42,500. So we add the surcharge here. Surcharge of 15%. We have already calculated the value, which is 32,68875, and then we will deduct marginal relief from here, which we have calculated, which is coming as 75125. 75125. So we calculate it as 32,68875 minus 75125, which is 3193750, and this is the tax before health and education cess. You have to add 4% health and education cess, which is 3193750 3193750 into 4%, which is 127750. So the total tax liability is coming as 3193750, which is 3321500. This is the total tax liability on rupees 1.01 crore. Hopefully you have understood. I have taken a nice example on surcharge and marginal relief. You can practice the remaining sums from the book which you are following. I hope that you can do the sums now. Let's move to the next part. Let's discuss the part of deficiency in total income. The deficiency in total income occurs when the deficiency in normal income occurs when the normal income is less than the slab of the individual. For example, the slab of a normal individual who is less than 60 years is 2.5 lakhs. And suppose the normal income of the individual is 2 lakhs. So there is a deficiency of 50,000 for him. So this has to be adjusted in the following manner. This has to be adjusted from the following special incomes, because he has no other income except normal income, special income. So we have to adjust it from the non-special income. Firstly, we will take the long-term capital gain, which is taxed at 20%, which will get us the maximum benefit. Then we will take the short-term capital gain under section 111A, which is 15%. And then we will take the long-term capital gain under section 112A, which is 10%. And the most important part is that many of you might tell, sir, there is casual income, that it is 30%. So we will get more benefit if we adjust from 30%. So let me tell you that casual income has no benefit in the form of basic exemption limit. This 50,000 can be adjusted from LTCG of the individual, can be adjusted from the STCG under section 111, and can also be adjusted from LTCG under section 112. But you cannot adjust this income from the casual income. This is the most important part, so you can mark it a star in your book as important. And next comes the rebate of section rebate under section 87. If the total income of the individual is less than 12,500, is less than rupees 5 lakh, so he will get a benefit of rebate under section 87A. The rebate amount will be lower of 100% of amount before health and education cess and rupees 12,500. This is the lower of 100% of the amount before health and education cess and rupees 12,500, which means if the value is 10,000 and it is 12,500, so the lower amount will be 10,000 and 10,000 will be allowed as rebate. But in the same case, if it is 13,000 and it is 12,500, so 12,000 is allowed as rebate, which means 12,000 is the limit which is set, that you cannot get a rebate of more than 12,500. Okay, so many may ask that if both are 12,500, if both are 12,500, then you will take 12,500 only. 12,500 is the maximum rebate which you can get, and if your income before health and education cess is less than 12,500, then the amount which is less than 12,500 will be allowed as benefit for you. Okay, let's move to the next part. Next is the summary of the whole chapter. The summary is that in the case of HUF, partnership firm, domestic company, foreign company, and AOP, BOI, and NGT, if there is a tax on total tax on normal income, in the case of HUF, it is taxed at a slab rate of 2.5 lakhs, as we know. In the case of partnership firm, it is taxed at a rate of flat of 30% on normal income. And if it is a domestic company, it is taxed at flat at 30%. And if it is foreign company, it is taxed at a flat rate of 40%. Because it is a foreign company, it is taxed at a higher rate. And in the case of AOP and BOI, it's again the same, and it is taxed at a rate of at a slab of 2.5 lakhs. In the case of special income, we know that there is long-term capital gain, short-term capital gain under 111A, casual income. So these are known to us, and the rates will be same for every category. And in the case of surcharge, there will be a 4-tier surcharge which we have learned just now, that is 10, 15, 25, and 37%. In the case of HUF and individuals. And in the case of partnership firm, there is a surcharge of 12% if the income is greater than 1 crore. In the case of company, if it is a domestic company, the surcharge of 7% if the total income is more than 1 crore, and the surcharge of 12% if the total income exceeds 10 crore. And in the case of foreign company, surcharge of 2% if the total income exceeds 1 crore, the surcharge of 5% if the total income exceeds 10 crore in the case of foreign company. And in the case of AOP and BOI, it is same as that of an individual, and the surcharge is 10, 15, 25, and 37 in the case of AOP and BOI also. In the case of deficiency, the deficiency is available only in the case of HUF and individual. So the deficiency is applicable here. And in the case of partnership firm, it is not applicable. In the case of domestic company and foreign company, it is not applicable. And in the case of AOP, BOI, and AJP, it is not applicable. Same case is that of a rebate. In rebate, we get the rebate benefit only in the case of an individual. We do not get it in the case of an HUF, partnership firm, domestic company, foreign company, AOP, and BOI. So it is not applicable in all of this. So the basic part of the taxation and the first part, which is the first chapter, which is the computation of tax liability, is over. So we will be starting the next chapter, which is the residential status, on the next video. I am recording this part later because I had skipped something in the video. I would like to say that the deficiency and the benefit of deficiency and the rebate is only available in the case of resident individual. All the topics have been covered in the of the first chapter. So we will meet the next day. Bye bye guys.